Hello guys, welcome back to Luigi's Mansion Free. In the last episode, we just began our mansion journey, which took a little while to get used to, but now we are back in it, and so far the gameplay is very interesting, but now's where the game's gonna continue. In the last episode, we defeated our first real ghost, as well as our first technical portrait ghost, and acquired, first unique elevator buttons. We're going to need all of them probably for 100% to explore all the mansion. But now we're back in the game with 2 elevator buttons in hand. And we last left off with finding Egad and restoring his laboratory to his full status. So now we're going to figure out what's going on here so we can advance the storyline even further. Welcome to my lab. This is another one of my brilliant inventions. A portable laboratory. It's sturdy, safe, and air-conditioned. I always knew I'd need this one day. Good thing I brought it along with me, right? You want to know what I'm doing in this hotel? It's a bit of a long story, but in short, I was tricked. I got an invitation for someone claiming to own this hotel. They said they had a precious collection of ghosts gathered from all over the world. No self-respecting ghost researcher would pass up on such an appealing offer, obviously. I accepted their invitation, but when I arrived, the invitation was only a ruse. They captured me and took my precious ghost collection. That includes all the ghosts you worked so hard to catch for me before. So, also, that shows why King Boo and all of the other Boos and bosses for the original game have escaped now. Even King Boo. Losing him really got under my skin. He's my favorite. What? They've released King Boo? That hotel owner. What has she done? Luigi, you're our only hope. Against all odds, without any hesitation, and at any cost, get my ghost collection back. And speaking of ghost collections, why don't you give me all the ghosts you've captured so far? Okay. So now our very little bit of ghost collection gets inserted in there. Alright. Keep on catching those ghosts. Oh, and be sure to come back to the lab. I'll set up the gallery so you can view the ghosts you've captured. What's with that look, Luigi? Am I forgetting something important? Oh, that's right. I forgot about saving your friends and family. Completely and totally forgot. Regardless, to find ghosts and your friends, you'll need to explore this hotel. To help you out, I'll give you one of my greatest inventions yet. I call it the Virtual Boo, VB for short. Which is a very nice and fun play on words to Nintendo's arguably worst system that has been kind of forgotten about. The Virtual Boy, or in this case, the Virtual Boo. Kind of an interesting reference there, right? It's almost like Nintendo's trying to get us to remember about this once really supposedly decent system, but it's not really good. I'm glad they implemented it into this game. It's a state-of-the-art virtual reality device fitted with a fancy red screen. Really cutting-edge stuff, I know. And red is all the rage, you know. Just wait until I finish the marketing materials on this. It'll fly off the shelves. You use the VB to communicate with me at any time. Maybe we could test out the communication systems later. Press to look in the VP. It'll display your current objective for you too. It's quite useful. Oh, and I have one more thing to give you. Very first thing you need to do is to install this elevator tracker inside the elevator for me, okay? As for what it is, I'll tell you later. Go on and get it installed. Head for the elevator. I'm counting on you, Luigi. Oh. Funnily enough, pressing plus in this form just goes to other stuff. So here's where you kind of get a bunch of other stuff to do, and we'll kind of look at those stuff later. One of the such things is an exclusive multiplayer stuff. But we're not interested in that. We're gonna explore the entire hotel instead. It's about time the music showed up, by the way. Alright, so now that that thing has been finally dealt with, we need to try and figure out how we're gonna fix up certain parts of the mansion. Fortunately, nothing to do in the first room, so I'm gonna actually skip a little bit of the exploring part for now. And actually, follow the game the way it intends me to go. From here on out, there'll be some, things to go through that we can try and, get. Fortunately, those are just normal portraits, so we can't really use them on anything. So, nothing left to do except go in here to trigger yet another cutscene. I mentioned the first part was filled with these cutscenes. Hello, Luigi. It seems like the installation was a success. Now then, as to what this device actually does, well, it extracts map data about the floors from the elevator. Then it takes all that data and displays it on the monitor. Isn't it that great? Hey, why don't you take those elevator buttons you collected and insert them into the panel?
Oh yeah, here we go.
And there we go. The number 1 is installed. And the number 5 has been installed. Since some of these allow us to activate 2 rooms at once, now you're able to view a map of a new floor. Jeez, there's another surprise, Luigi. That device links with the virtual room. And that data is automatically sent to the VB, so you can view the map anytime. When you open the map from the VB menu, you can check out an even more detailed map. Don't go forgetting about it, okay? Let me break it down for you, Luigi. The map is super helpful for exploring new floors. By exploring the hotel, you should hunt down the elevator buttons. These buttons will let you reach new floors, ripe for exploration. Oh, and you might find your friends there. Oh, one more thing before you go. We need to do a quick test of the VB's communication system. Open the VB with plus and select the EGAD hotline. I'm counting on you, Luigi. One, two, three. This is Add Resident Genius. Am I cutting you out of clear? Fantastic. It appears the VP's communication system is working perfectly. So you could use this to contact me anytime you need to. If you feel the need to talk to me, do exactly what I just did for the test, Luigi. I may be able to offer some advice in a tough situation. Oh, You can also take out the log using the very same system. Let me know if that's why you call in, and you'll be able to see your progress. Okay, testing our invention is fun, but we should get back to work. And speaking of work, I have a job for you. So you're able to take an elevator up to 5th floor right now. I was actually staying in a room on that floor. There's a briefcase in my room. Could you fetch it for me, Luigi? My room number is... Oh, blast. Is it? You got a map. You'll figure it out. Good luck. Try and come back alive. We don't actually have much stuff right now, and from what I've been playing through, not much else to do, so we're gonna continue the game of follow EGAD's instructions, since we pretty much explored all the first rooms. That's simply because if we explore the rooms later after we've gotten a series of items, we could potentially get more items that we weren't able to get to before. So, since this will speed up the exploration a little bit, we'll go straight to 5th floor instead. Which is a new and unexplored floor, and yes, follow the game of EGAD's instructions. Also, this might look familiar to you. Coming in.
Yellow.
Oh, Luigi, I just remembered something important that I neglected to mention. The Poltergeist 6 version of yours has a new feature that I like to call the suction shot. It works as a weapon for you on your ventures. Use Y to fire the rubber plunger. You can stick it onto flat and smooth surface. If you use the Poltergeist 6000 to suck up the rope and then press A, you can tug on objects and pull off a powerful slam to break them. You should start shooting at things right away. Practice makes perfect, after all. And don't forget to get my briefcase, Luigi. So now, after more than a bunch of just going around the different floors and not really seeing much, we finally get to explore more of the mansion proper. So, as per usual, we're gonna explore for coins, which there's gonna be more of them since the mansion is now fully proper now. Fortunately, seems like there's no way to explore initially. Very little to do here. And the shaking also doesn't work either. Nor does that new item as well. This might be knowledge for maybe finding a secret spot here. Oh, here we go. There we go. The dog finally taught us how to use the new item. Now we can actually explore the rest of this floor proper with that. Took a little while, but we were able to find how to do this. So with that in mind, let's start using this on a couple of the spots that we weren't able to remove before. Fortunately, nothing much we could do there. The fiend's too strong. See, look at that. Checking up those Luigi engines and stuff has revealed a new secret, and that's signs of ghosts, which is an area we need to go, obviously. Also, with our new poltergeist, we could obviously suck up a lot more stuff than we were able to previously. So now a lot of the curtains are pullable, which we'll go ahead and do. Unfortunately, because of the chick we saw earlier, we can't break the area that's blocking the way just yet. Nor this nailed off part either. So we're forced to kind of just go around. Nothing for the cell phone. Just deep silence from it. That's all we get. But now that we know where some ghosts are, we should probably go straight into that as soon as we can. But first, here's a secret area. Wow. I never actually found this in my original test playthrough. I did like a little bit of the practice session with this once, just because I got so bored with doing all the other stuff. Well, go ahead and break everything in the way, obviously. And here we see yet another gem location on the red gargoyle statue just outside there. So for those spiders standing on the side, our only way to suck them up initially is to first explode them down to the side with our explosion, which will occasionally knock them down, and then we could just kill them that way. Unfortunately, the secret area has little other use to us. Oh, and an hour movement. Nothing much else to do here. Our new item has been completely useless so far. We don't really have much reason to go into other rooms, so we'll skip most of them, actually, to begin with. Yes, I know.
Whoa! What?
Okay, unfortunately, we need to learn a new move to get rid of that. So, obviously, we're gonna continue following this, and sure enough, nice double kill there. Okay, so that reveals a little bit more info. I guess we could start by following the exclamation point to figure out where the next spot is, but before I really stop fooling around, we'll start with the edge room first, I guess, and then figure out stuff later as we go on. And sure enough, here's another ghost in here. Okay, now that's not good. All that work just to go into the area as soon as possible, and a ghost stole Egad's briefcase after all that. Ooh, we could go up to the outside this time. That's something new that we haven't been able to get before. And then our briefcase to destroy. Just money, though. Oh, and doing that has revealed yet another ghost. Which is a little bit tougher this time. Looks like that was one of those gem ghosts. By taking them out, they're a little bit tougher, but we are rewarded with gems with doing so. Which shows yet another way to get some extra spots.
Wow. Hello?
Hey, Luigi, sorry I was busy and just got back to my desk. Did I miss anything important? What's the status of my briefcase? What? A ghost maid took off with it? That won't do. No, that won't do at all. Don't just stand there and get after her.
Goodbye.
Okay. Okay.
Oh my. Uh-oh.
Kind of a weird way of destroying that particular one, but it works, yes. That's a little bit too strong to break. Looks like we're gonna have to find something else to get any further. All that secret busting and nothing happened as a result. And instantly more ghosts. As if this could get any worse. There we go. We defeated a ghost with a ghost slam there, but even though we didn't suck him up because we just happened to slam him into the other guy. Yet another good way of defeating enemies. So just like in the original game, when you defeat all the ghosts in a particular room, the game will give you a unique sound cue to let you know that you've cleared out that room fully. Now that we are finally done with following the gadgets, I think we're done following his rules for quite a bit, I think. Time to mess around and see how much treasure we can attain instead. First time in a while that we're probably going to be straight up ignoring him, and instead, since this is Luigi's mansion, we're trying to get everything right here. Nice health, except we can't use that because it's not good. Oh well. Next room, I guess. Oh, wait. This map shows yet another secret. There's a room to the right that we did not explore at all. money toilet paper. That's kind of a nice gag. So that was already crazy enough. Even the toilet had something. Ooh, that actually looked like a dangerous trap that time. So, with our health turned on, we need to be a little bit more careful of traps. If we're not careful, we can get damaged even though we're not getting attacked by ghosts. Because there's tons of things that can work badly in this game. Fortunately, that side room is not a good spot to go into. That we have a map away, it's much easier to navigate these, so we'll go ahead and fall to this stuff. And I think this is actually where I need to go, so let's head into here. Figures, we have to use this to do some damage to him. Oh, and a mouse. For all of that, I didn't even see that mouse the entire time. Although these can be defeated by simply sucking up, they can still pose a threat if you're not careful. Oh, yeah, new secret. Now dust cloud. There's a room we could go into, so let's go ahead and go in here. This one has some deadly traps. Single spider going in there. Yeah, things could get a little bit scary if you don't know how to do stuff properly. And a mirror that looks like we could use the big thing on it, only not as fun. And lots of blockades in the way, so we'll start by using this to remove them one by one. That unfortunately cannot be ignored. That thing had some coins in it. Okay. That was breakable, which is really nice. Sometimes clearing out all the junk as well is a nice way to help you figure out where to go into the specific room. Nice. A little secret there, but how do we solve the final secret of getting the item? Oh, That's not a problem at all, it seems like. Apparently there's a secret wall that I didn't know about that wasn't even there. So let's walk up and get it. Get another treasure. This is what you get for exploring. And we have to find all of these gems for 100%, so we're gonna continue doing this quite a bit. Exploring also makes it a lot safer.
Hello.
By the way, Luigi, here's a fun bit of trivia for you. Every time you go through a door, all of your progress up to that point is saved automatically. But it might not be if you move too quickly from door to door. The idea. I say waiting 10 seconds should be enough. You know what they say, patience is a virtue. Keep up the good work. Which is kind of an idea on how you're supposed to play this game. It's not really supposed to be a rushed. It's supposed to be an exploration adventure game. You get the idea. And yet another sighting of a ghost, which means once again we're gonna have to...
Wow.
Gonna try seeing if this will work. Okay, nothing else to do then, except chase the maiden even further. So, this is another forced boss. You pretty much auto-break her the first few times, and she moves it every time she goes in. Till eventually things go wrong. And in case you didn't already notice, the rooms are starting to look exactly similar now. In fact, literally the exact same as if Mario and friends were staying in them. That's because I think the last time I looked at one of the spots, it said 5 on it. So, yeah, this is the 5th floor, so... Obviously, this is where all of our friends were staying. And this supposedly was the room that we didn't really get to see much of. I think this is the Toad's room, actually. Of course, they're nowhere to be found, so no big deal. And another dust cloud, nothing too good there. Absolutely nothing in that second half. The trap in that was previously gone as well. So gonna follow the stuff even further, only to get trapped by another ghost. So I'm trying a little bit harder. But again, we're no match for it.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Let's start in this area by removing the curtain. The same trap as before. Mostly just a fun gag and harmless. Though, the traps are starting to get a little bit more crazy. Some of them actually even doing damage to Luigi now, so things have definitely upgraded quite a bit. Fortunately, really nothing to find there, and as well as a gem that's completely out of our reach, pretty much forcing us to explore even further until we find an item that lets us get it by default. It's funny how I hardly even played this game and I already know how to take these boss, just because I kind of knew no basic knowledge. I'm not gonna let a mouse damage me anymore. Let's start by actually opening up the spot like I should have done before. And there's another key.
Yeah, Luigi. Oh yeah.
Luigi. That's a nice thing. Seems you've also acquired a new elevator button along my case. Well done, Luigi. Come on back to the lab. This is where I'm gonna change things up a little bit. Obviously, I'm not gonna do that. I need to explore a little bit more, so I'm gonna do what Luigi's Mansion should be done like, and explore every single nook and cranny around the mansion. Just because I explored some eggs in the beginning doesn't mean there's still chicks left. Oh, and there's a golden lamp. So, kind of like the original, some of these ghosts and rats spawn randomly. If you set them up, they'll be worth coins. That'll then be set on the ground. So supposedly these blind rooms are most likely the toad rooms, with the one before that in particular being sure. Fortunately, the door doesn't open, so how about we just force it open instead? You can't get things to work? We'll just force it open, cause why the heck not? And sure enough, another trap. This time it's actually a bit lethal, doing some damage to Luigi. Thankfully it has a lot of health, so it hardly done any damage, but all nasty trap there with the spiders landing on us, but we're gonna use this, obviously. Again, we don't just need, like, the sea of treasures. We need every little bit of money, too. How about let's not deal with that? Unfortunately, that is unbreakable. But I just figured that much. Oh, never mind, it broke on its own. I didn't even do anything, and it just broke on its own. Even though I slammed it and it didn't break before, but then it kind of just broke on its own. Yeah. And there's a mouse trap, by the way. A little bit more deadly than the average trap. First, the game initially began with just a couple of simple gags, but now things are starting to get a little bit more serious. All that exploring only to find nothing good of value at all. Supposedly when we get more elemental attacks, we can come back to floors we've seen before. There's been kind of a theme with that in the original game as well, so I wouldn't be surprised if this game had a pretty similar aspect. And we walked into a trap. We don't even walk like 15 minutes into the area and I'm gonna do this a little bit better anyway. Instead of letting go of Zedar, let's use it to more effect. And now that that's cleared out, we can explore the area a little bit more. Some rooms are already cleared, but most of them will require you to at least clear a couple of ghosts first, and will often require a ghost fight in order to clear out. So supposedly this is maybe the Blue Toad room, or another unknown room. A lot of the rooms are also unknown, seeing as how there's not much that could be really gotten here to begin with. Sheesh, even some of the smallest things can have money. Nothing else here. Ghost fight was pretty nice. Little change from the aim. Because the game is more focused on exploration than actual combat, It always seems to be a little bit easy, but that's also what makes it so nice, is the combat is nice and balanced enough to where it's not too problematic, and there's still some troublesome parts, like we couldn't just suck up that previous boss or portrait ghost, whatever you call it. That was probably our second portrait ghost right there. We had to actually use one of our abilities that was given to us to get rid of that. And another useless room with zero stuff to use. Let's head on here. It's still nice to get it cleared out, I guess. Overall, not fun. Gooigi is going to start telling us to hurry up, but I am pretty much done with his nonsense. If I want to play this game the good way, I'm going to explore everything, because that's what I prefer doing. Otherwise, this game wouldn't be so good for exploring. Okay, so the map has revealed a little secret. We need to find a way to move this from one of the sides so that I can remove this thing from the side, but from the looks of it, that's yet another secret that'll have to be revealed later on. So, once again, there's nothing left here. But now we can finally head to the upward area, maybe? Oh, no, never mind. We are actually done with this place a little bit. And we get a new key as well. So I guess for a few moments we're gonna follow Gooigi's instructions once again. The follow Gooigi instruction game. So straight to basement 1 we go. But we will explore the other floors from lower up. Yeah, it really needs his briefcase, so we're gonna go straight down to basement 1 and give it to him this time, actually, because, again, as we go further into the game, as early as possible, we get more power-ups to help us out with exploring a little bit more, which is nice. And so far, this game is, aim is really unique. It seems like they've, really expanded upon the original game in almost every way, with almost twice as much to explore this time around, which I like. I'm gonna start exploring the rooms once again, now we have an extra power-up. So that tells us there's a secret room behind the ground, but nothing really much we could do at the moment. Oh, and a secret gem up there. That wasn't already crazy enough. Okay, well, I actually kind of feel kind of useless for heading into this room that we've already opened all of its contents from the previous part. It's also nice that the music is back on, because the music started kind of empty and creepy, but I guess that's the way it's meant to be. Also, now that I know this activates for something, let's try activating every fire hydrant we see from now on. We're gonna actually ignore you guys a little bit further and head to the right side. Just a few minutes. Yep, knew it. Open the thing by using your eye button, and there you go. Finally collected the diamond that we missed at the beginning, because we didn't have a power-up to use it, but now that we've learned the plunger, we can use it on all of these spots to And also with the map, we can now potentially see where other secrets may be located. Yeah. I guess to go on a better history note, the original game, when it first came out, I've watched playthroughs of it. The original Luigi's Mansion on GameCube sold amazingly well, because it was a really unique concept. It was also, despite not being the first game for a little while, the first actually legit Nintendo licensed game that's not bad, where you actually play as Luigi, and I like it. So finally getting a pretty decent remake to it is definitely a good idea on Nintendo's part. I like what they did. And this improves on the original game in almost every way. Unfortunately, I don't know much about Dark Moon, which is technically the second game in Luigi's Mansion, so I did not even get to play it once. I have the original on 3DS, but other than that, nothing much else. Okay, other than that initial secret, nothing really good here, except, well, right as I say that, I find another secret. Okay, it's time to start screwing around. I did this simply so that EGAD would stop yelling at me every few minutes. So far, we've only gotten one extra, I guess 2 extra yells. So obviously we're going all the way in here. Welcome back, Luigi. My briefcase. Chip.
Uh-huh. Whoa.
This is what I wanted. The time has come to use it in battle. I'm too old to be catching ghosts by myself. Rather than give up on my ghostly pursuits, I thought I would create a helper to take my place. A new power-up, yep. The latest invention from the brilliant mind of Professor EGAD. I give you Gooigi. Which is kind of an interesting pun, because I think he says that in a couple games. Or at least that's how it's pronounced. The development process was a real challenge, to say the least. Fortunately, I had a little help from someone to test the prototype. How is this going to help? Now, take it easy. Here, Luigi, I'm gonna attach this to the Poltergeist 6000. Turn around for me, would ya? Okay, it's all set up. Luigi, you had to practice a little bit. Follow me outside. Yay, yet another new power-up that's gonna help us get through.
But I...
I caught you in my trap, Luigi. Oh, don't worry, I'm just kidding. But I'm going to need you to stay locked up. Why, you ask? Because I want you to use Gooigi to try and escape from your cell. You can activate Gooigi with R. To recall him to his tank, press R twice. Ta-da! Behold, this is your very own personal assistant, Gooigi. Gooigi can slip through tight spaces like grates and vents. His body is incredibly soft and malleable. He's really quite amazing. Go on, see for yourself. There you go. He moves in basically the same ways you do. Controlling him shouldn't get too much used to. And that reminds me, pressing R once Gooigi is active, let you switch between him and yourself. Remember that. Gooigi isn't remotely waterproof, Luigi. If he gets wet at all, he'll melt and disappear. Be careful around him with anything wet. So that kind of makes a lot of sense. Especially considering... So, assuming Gooigi, as they say, we can probably use this section as well, so let's go ahead and do that since that's the way we used. And then this to move with Luigi.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Ha.
Well done, Luigi. I feel like I could let you run loose with Gooigi. Alright, we're done with your training, at least for now. Let's go back to the lab. Nice work, Luigi. Very impressive, I must say. That reminds me of something I wanted to tell you. I've been running the sensors in the lab, and they've detected the presence of a mysterious building. In fact, the ominous-looking tower is very close to this old town. Luigi, I know you really want to find all your missing friends, but if you want a break from that, you can head over to that tower. It's probably calling with ghosts that you can catch. Go on and test your skills there for science. Made arrangements so you can access the tower from the lab. Just Scraper and multiplayer. Oh wait, I just remembered something else. You can also check out Scream Party if you're feeling a little bit lonely and you want to have some fun. 8 people can play and compete with one another. Fun! Alright, you can get to a new floor now. Head to the elevator and take it to 3rd floor. Again, nothing to really do here except just exit the area. That's the same gem that we encountered before.
Wow.
Very surprised it respawned. Okay, so this is where the first secret of Gooigi is probably gonna come and play. Now that we have that, let's respawn him right away. Let's see if we can go right for these cracks. Okay, nope. Okay, there we go. Fortunately, no secrets from destroying these. Wow, not even one. Okay, don't see much else to do except for this other secret motion hidden elsewhere. So we couldn't get through this crack before. Let's try this and see what happens. Yep, just as I thought. Since Luigi has the same abilities as Luigi, we can go right for this crack and explore this area a little bit more. Because of the electricity problem, it seems like we're gonna have to do a couple of our steps. Looks like our thing actually got disabled last time. Well, oh well, now's a good chance to control both of them at the exact same time. Kind of interesting that the camera's not working correctly. Oh well. It's really strange, even the light itself doesn't work. Oh well, Gooigi did still allow us to explore a little bit of a secret. So, yep, there's as you might have guessed, there's yet another element that has to be used. Unfortunately, that means we can't just Luigi to cheese everything. So, with that, I guess finally done, we could get back to exploring. I could do one of my original exploring things that I wanted to do for such a time. Looks like we found another gem. Fortunately, not all the portraits working quite the same way. Alright, so I'm guessing from here we are gonna have no choice to explore the lab more fully. Start by heading for this door. I know there's a secret back there, so let's try CM to see if we can get stuff going. Now, a little disadvantage is Gooigi does have less health than regular Luigi because of those specific setups. But, at least it's not Gia when he dies, right? He's only there for a little bit, and then... Yeah, you can use him to slip through a lot of cracks too, but that's his one disadvantage, is he's got less health than regular Luigi, so you have to be careful. We have a lot more newfound powers, so we're definitely gonna explore the mansion at least up to the first part. Maybe wait a little while before coming back to the next floor. I kind of just sniped something from off screen and got Mysterious Pearl as a reward for all of that.
Wow. What? Hey, got it.
Okay. Well, that doesn't seem to change much. Oh, but there's another diamond in here. Should have done this to begin with.
Whoa. Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Virtually not much else here because of all the exploring we did. This floor is mostly here, if anything, to tell our progress between the different other floors. I'm gonna pop out Gooigi because from the looks of it, he's the only one that's gonna be able to even remotely have a chance of trying to slip between the cracks. So let's move out for just a minute. See if there's a way through all this. There we go. A new area. Fortunately, it's too late to go there right now, though. Okay. So the game kind of tells you which rooms you can explore, which ones you can't. Well, nice hint, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna actually go back to that room we just unlocked from the other side, because that obviously opens a lot more possibilities. After I check the other stuff first. And of course there's still the mysterious room in the upper right that we didn't even get a chance to check. It looks like we just learned a new tech, by the way. Being able to move my thing up, which I was not able to do previously. Lol.
Whoa. Whoa.
No gold that time. Right, we explored this all in a previous area. Oops, ew, there's some ghosts. But, funnily enough, that's not necessarily the wrong entry here. Because we still have a little secret to get to behind here.
Oh yeah.
I missed some paintings. To make sure those get taken off at all costs. This veins could be a little bit delayed if not done correct. Oh, more enemies. Even if it is slow by defeating one enemy at a time, it's safer than doing it slower.
Whoa, yeah. Oh yeah.
Looks like we have to use that shot tech. Let's go straight for that and see if we can find that ghost that was previously invincible to us. That is, we're gonna try and hit him with that a couple of times. There we go. There we go.
Where yeah.
Light has returned once again. Just because we've only cleared out rooms once doesn't just mean that there's more to explore. I think on that note, we'll actually end the episode right here. It's been quite enough. So we'll X and X twice to room save. Except there's more. Oh. Just when I think it couldn't get A there.
Oh, yes.
Alright, now it's actually cleared out. I think we'll just end here. No reason to do anything else, really. It took a little bit longer than I wanted it to. Oh, there it is. Hell, God. Alright, so that'll be it for this video, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed this. Comment, rate, subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video, and hope to start recording these things a little bit more soon. And bye.